the UPSs. Make sure, if you have a sales opportunity for systems, also mention that we have IBM racks, we have IBM keyboard video mouse controllers, we have IBM labeled UPSs. Clients need them, and you'll make a lot of money selling them. This is an Eaton rack along with their UPSs. This is a very nice industrial package. A nice design that matches the blade center you can see down here. And if you need additional batteries, we can just install them in serial to give you the required amount of protected uptime in the event of an outage. This is their power distribution units. One of them is intelligent and monitored. We have room level UPSs, which we see here, up to 80 kilovolts, and battery kit. Here we have 32 batteries, but they're all on a 5-channel network via cell watch, so we can monitor the health of these batteries at all times. For a modular unit, there's even technology like this. This is the Liebert XDF, and it's like a refrigerator for a rack. This would house up to about a 15 kilowatt load in a confined space. So it's very efficient. You can feel it's going to cool air out, but it's a lot of clients that don't want to add on to existing data centers because it is very expensive from a capital expenditure. You can still add capacity to something like this. As a retrofit to provide more cooling, the Liebert XDB that sits on top of a rack does a quick connect into a state-changing gas, not water. Now, you turn these on, it will provide cooling at elevation to augment what cooling you may have coming through the support dial. Now you get an additional 8 kilowatts, which would allow you to completely fill up a rack and avoid a lot of the chimney effect. In other words, the components up here make it a lot warmer than that on the bottom. So you get the good quality of that. You can manage a data center from anywhere in the world. We happen to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. So this is kind of a Google Earth fly-in. This is the building we're in. We can see at a glance temperature, humidity, any error conditions that we have. I can look at this ABC solution, for example. Look at supply and return temperature. Graph those over time to look for any anomalies that may occur. Typically I don't see them there, but I may want to look at more of a higher level view, like a dashboard view. So now I can see all of my environment, my capacity, and my power usage efficiency, which is a key metric for data center efficiency. Now this is Eaton's Power Expert Foreseer product. All of this information, whether you get it from a partner or whether you get it from IBM, gives you that same level of information. So IBM brings all of this together in our actively monitoring energy management solution. And that is what we see here. We even take it a step further to be able to provide you quality of service information. So I can see my active energy manager data and my response time for my application. So if I'm green, I may turn on some systems to save power. But if we start approaching yellow or red, I'm going to move that workload to a less utilized system to tools like vMotion or Power VM to balance that workload and provide quality of service. All integrated within it, regardless of whose technology we use. Let me show you iDataplex, which is right here. This is, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but this is that rack turned sideways with the Intel servers laid out to go into it in the side versus the front. So you can get a lot more. We have 42U on this side, another 42U here, and then 16 rack units center inside for networking and switch gear. So a lot of density. The design makes it very efficient because the systems are only 15 inches deep. For example, they're not 30 inches deep, so they're very shallow. An example. And you can see that this is just it's literally processors, memory, I/O, but it doesn't have a power supply, it doesn't have fans. It gets that from the shared chassis. And since they're so shallow, you don't have to move as much air as far to keep the unit cool. It is also very easy to assemble. So Marcos will actually show us. Plug that into number 1. He's certified. That's perfect. But we are driving a lot of load. Those vents are not blowing cold air. So how are we managing the heat? Please step around behind the unit and actually touch the rear door. What, about 16, 18 degrees C. It's actually putting cool air in the room. Now this is the rear door heat exchanger. This is the larger version because it got to go on the side of the rack. Uses water in a closed loop. Doesn't have any fans. Doesn't use electricity or moving parts. Now if this door wasn't on here, let me just open it up to let you feel the difference. Now you can feel that at maximum load, about 32 kilowatts, that would produce a lot of heat in the room. So what are we, about 35 degrees Fahrenheit? Almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Massive amount of difference. So back to the question about the portable modular data centers and the trailers. This is an excellent technology to use in that. You see a lot of this deployed in those types of environments where efficiency is critical. This is the most efficient technology for moving heat. Because at maximum load, you're still putting cool air in the room. You don't need any air conditioning units. Just small vents to help you control humidity. For networking, I invite you to look over here. This was our LAN closet up until about 6 months ago. And many clients recognize that picture because they're sharing a similar experience. Well, we knew there was a better way to manage it, so then we partnered with Panduit for active cable management and patching. And now we have this type of solution, and you can see how clean it is. It's easy to service. We don't have to be network experts to realize where the problem is. We can quickly see it right there with the red light. So it's active cable management. So let me show you how I manage that. You can see at the patch board where I've had an issue. Come back over and let me show you the screen again. Right up.
Va a poner el bundle
So we
que
know we've
ofrece
had an
todo,
error
ya que
in the
está
patch
Alexander
board.
con su bundle.
I'm able to look at the exact port. I know where it's physically located, which position in the rack. We can also know exactly what resources were connected to that patch board, taking all the guesswork out of figuring out what to do. Oh, by the way, Tivoli can even generate a service ticket automatically based on your policies. So it's taking all of these technologies that we see in data centers, bringing them together because they all use S&MP alerts and traffic, moving them up to Tivoli. So now we have full enterprise-wide management for facilities and IT. Extremely powerful message. Now, Dave talked a little bit about Blade Center S today. We happen to have one on a pedestal here, and it's shown in the Office Enablement Kit, which is ideal for distributed environments. It's a data center in a box. So now you have your console, KVM management here, up to 6 servers. What do you have, 24? You have 40 what? 12 times 6. 48 terabytes of storage in a switch fabric. You got room for UPS and tape. All in that Office Enablement Kit that is very acoustically friendly. It won't run you out of your office. And what's important, in certain environments, it plugs into 110 power. It doesn't need 220. So you should have a great deal of success with this packaging concept. Now you can put Blade Center S in a traditional rack, but this is very nice for more of a distributed type of environment or a small business play. So with that, let me pause, answer any questions you have, and invite you to walk around and finish and complete taking pictures. Please let me know if you do have any questions.